Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be sharing with you this brand new wig which I have from the company Raregen. Raregen I've worked with a number of times now, and every time they send me a piece I'm always impressed. I'm yet to find one that I don't like, and this one is no exception. I always find their pieces to be just beautiful in style. I always love the colouring. I think their colouring is second to none. It's really well done. They look very realistic, they're comfortable, they're lightweight. It's really important that it's comfortable and lightweight for me at the moment, because in the UK we are having these insane heat waves which we are not used to as a country. So wearing a wig is a challenge in this kind of like 36°C temperatures. So yeah, lightweight and comfortable and breathable is really important, and this wig has that. So this piece is called Ophelia. Ophelia is a really feminine name, really pretty name. I love it. And I think it matches the style of this piece really well. So let's talk a little bit about the hair on Ophelia. She is made from 100% Premium Remy Human Hair. The quality of the hair always feels really lovely. It's very silky and soft, very smooth. It's very easy to work with in terms of styling. So as you can see, I've obviously popped these curls in using some curling tongs, which was a very simple process, didn't take me very long at all. And it's beautiful quality hair, that's what it feels like anyway. And from my experience as well, washing the hair on Raregen pieces, they always tend to wash up really well. So a real positive. The length on this piece is 18 inches. And obviously it's a little bit shorter where I've popped those curls in. So if you add on maybe another couple of inches once it's straightened, probably come down to kind of my chest, mid-chest area. So yes, that is the hair and the length. In terms of the actual density on this is 130% density. So 130% is a slightly more voluminous density. There's a bit more hair on this. But for me, as I've always had very thin hair, it's important to not have too much volume, because I think it looks a little bit unnatural on me. And even though this is a slightly more voluminous density, I don't think it looks it. I still think it actually looks like a very natural amount of hair. It doesn't look too much. So this is 18 inches at its longest length, but these are the pieces that kind of come down as far as this. Within this, there's actually some layering, but it's very soft layering. So you can see there's some slightly shorter bits there, and then on the top, some even shorter bits on the top as well. And this soft layering just helps to create this sort of lovely shape, but it also takes out some of the bulk as well. So it definitely looks more realistic because of those soft layers that have been added onto this piece, making it, I think, very soft and feminine. Now let's talk about the colour. So the colour is described as a neutral golden beige blonde. There's a lot of words in that. I'm going to tell you what I think this colour is. It is a very multi-dimensional colour. Let me give you a 360. Made up with these beautiful different shades of blonde. There are lots of like light blondes, but you can see there are some slightly darker blondes through there as well. Even though it has the word golden in it, I'm not really seeing any shades of kind of red. It's very, I think, quite neutral sort of shade. There are some sort of slightly ashier tones, I think, in there as well. And then what you have as well at the root is a much darker root, which we could definitely describe as being a brunette root, which is probably 2-3 inches from the top. What I really like about this root is that there's not like a hard line where it stops. The highlights and the lighter tones are sort of tapered in. They blend really well into that root section, so it looks really natural. The rest of the lengths, as you can see, are very multi-dimensional. Let me show you what it looks like in natural sunlight as well, because shades always change depending on the lighting. And before we move on to the wig cap itself, what I want to show you is this part line. Look how natural that looks. It actually looks like scalp underneath. And for reference, under this piece is just my own darker hair. And there's no sign of it through that part line. It doesn't matter where you part this, it's going to give you that exact same effect. Like so. And that's all to do with the feature inside the wig cap, which I'll show you now. So this is the wig cap on Ophelia. And as you can see, you've got that lace that runs from all the way ear to ear, all the way around and across the front. Now the lace does come uncut, so I have trimmed it already, and you would need to do the same on this piece for yourself as well. I generally cut it around about a centimetre from where the hair starts. Now on each side, roughly sits about here for me, there is a pressure sensitive clip, really good quality one. One on that side as well, and this is just a measure of security to help it stay on your head for the whole day. You don't have to use these if you don't want to. They can be unpicked. You can unpick the stitching here and here to remove them if you prefer. And also on the back for security there is a comb as well, just here, just above the nape. If you wear a wig cap or a wig grip, you can tuck it underneath or you can just slide it into your own hair. But equally, if you aren't a fan of these, you can also unpick the stitching on this as well and remove it. There is an extended nape here, so it's a thicker nape which sits just below kind of where your hairline stops at the back, and I always find an extended nape to be that little bit more comfortable because it's a bit chunkier. And then you've got these hook adjusters, so you've got these 3 little loops on each side, and then you can take that hook and pop it into one of the loops, and that will allow you to tighten it inwards or loosen it outwards to the size of your head. I have got a size medium cap, and I have that because my circumference is 21.75 inches. It is available in extra small, small, and also in large as well. So have a look at the measurements on the Raregen site and see which one would be best for your head size. As you can see, the back and the sides of this cap, it's all wefted hair and it's all enclosed in this kind of netted material. So all of this hair is on wefts. And then as we move to the front, you can see, if I lift up this bit here, all of the hair in this big section here is all hand tied on to this kind of lace sort of monofilament type material. So every single hair on this piece here is individually hand tied on, and what's lovely about that is it gives the hair a far more natural kind of movement and appearance as well, whereas the hair on the wefts is naturally downward facing. It doesn't move as naturally, but it's most important, I think, that it's like that on the top. Makes it look far more realistic. And then what you can see here is there is a silk lace insert, which is what it's called, which is this extra layer, which you can see is kind of like this creamy skin colour. This is what creates that illusion of scalp below the parting. So wherever you part the hair in this top section along here, you're going to see this underneath, and that's creating that illusion of scalp, making it that much more realistic. I also want to note as well that there is a really good amount of stretch in these caps as well. So even though I'm a 21.75 inch circumference, this has definitely got scope to go up to a slightly larger size head as well in this size. And there we go, she's all back on. Now let me give you a quick 360 of this piece. My honest opinion on this, it is very, very comfortable. It's not tight on my head. It's not going to give me a headache. It's very lightweight, actually, really lightweight. It feels breathable. It doesn't feel too hot, and it is already in the high 20s here at the moment. It's very breathable and comfortable on me. It looks very realistic. I mean, with that part line, with that hairline, the density, the colouring, like everything about it says realism. Everything about the way it feels is comfort. So that is my kind of honest review on the Ophelia wig, but what do you think?